A mysterious machine appeared right in front of this young man. And thinking it was a UFO, he quickly pulled out his camera to take a photograph. But the moment he pressed the shutter, something unbelievable happened. The strange object seemed to hurl him decades into the future. The story begins in 2006 in Kyiv, the capital of Ukraine, where an extraordinary incident was said to have taken place. Out of nowhere, a young man dressed in an old Soviet army uniform appeared on the streets carrying a large black vintage camera. According to witnesses, he hadn't been there just a moment earlier. In fact, a story goes he didn't even belong to that period of time. When two police officers approached him and checked his identification card, they were left speechless. The document showed that he was a citizen of a country that no longer existed on the world map, the Soviet Union. According to the legend, this mysterious stranger had somehow traveled through time. The case became even stranger because of a photograph he had taken. The single image was supposedly linked to a secret German time machine that had allegedly been built during the Second World War. But was this man really a time traveler? Where had he come from? What happened to him afterwards? And why do so many people consider this one of the most convincing time travel stories ever told? So hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Gloomora Echoes. Before we get started, I want to mention something. Around 80% of you who regularly watch our videos still haven't subscribed to the channel. If you enjoy the content, please take a moment to subscribe and don't forget to switch on the notification bell. Now, let's go back to the year 1945. Deep inside a secret laboratory, hidden within a German cave, stands a mysterious bell-shaped machine known as Die Clock. The moment the switch is activated, a deafening roar fills the room. The floor begins to shake, and the tools lying on the table start floating into the air. One of the scientists glances at his watch and notices that the second hand had stopped moving. Then, without any waiting, a blinding white flash engulfs the entire laboratory. When the light fades, everything is silent. A circular burn mark covers the floor. The walls have turned black. Nearby plants have transformed into a dark, sticky gel-like substances. There are no scientists left inside the laboratory. The bell-shaped machine has vanished as well. Only broken equipments remain. The official report simply reads, "Specially experiment failed." Years pass. 23rd April 1958, Kyiv. A young photographer noticed a strange bell-shaped object floating silently across the sky. Its shape looks exactly like the mysterious machine from the old German legends. Curious, he lifts his camera and takes a photograph. The instant the shutter clicks, there is a brief flash. The very next moment, according to the story, the photographer is thrown 48 years into the future. And this is where our main story truly begins. It is an ordinary day in Kyiv in 2006. Car horns echo through the streets. Traffic moves steadily and people are making their way to and from work. Suddenly, people walking along the pavement notice a strange young man. He looks no older than a university student, but what he is wearing immediately catches everyone's attention. He is dressed in an old Soviet military uniform with a red star emblem, and an old twin-lens camera hangs from his shoulder. But seeing such a uniform in Kyiv in 2006 was anything but ordinary. Ukraine was no longer part of USSR, and the Soviet Union itself had ceased to exist years earlier, Ukraine had become an independent country. For many people, Soviet symbols represented painful memories of the past. Some looked at the young man with anger, while others simply started in curious. Slowly, a crowd began to gather around him. The young man, however, seemed completely confused, with nervous eyes. He looked around at the building and the people surrounding him. He started at the traffic light, the modern buses, the neon sign, and the fashionable clothes, as though someone had suddenly thrown him into an entire different era. The struggling crowd catches the attention of two police officers patrolling the area. They make their way through the crowd and escort the young man to one side, knowing that walking around in a Soviet military uniform could easily create political tension. The officer asks to see his identification. The young man quickly hands over an old ID card. The paper has turned yellow with age, and the edges are badly worn. The moment the officer looks at it, they freeze. Their voices begin to tremble. Stamped across the document in red are the words Union of Soviet Socialist Republic. It appears to be a genuine Soviet government identity card, something they had only ever seen in old family photographs. The officers are already unsettled, but what they discovered next is even more unbelievable. The card belongs to a man named Sergei Ponomarenko, date of birth 16 June 1932. The ID also contained a photograph, and the face in the photograph is exactly the same as the young man standing in front of them. How could that possibly be? By simple mathematics, if Sergei has been born in 1932, then by 2006 he should have been around 74 years old. But the man standing before them looked no older than 25 or 30. None of it made any sense. One of the officers decided to test him. "What year is it today?" Without the slightest hesitation, Sergei replies.
"It's 23 April 1958.
To him, the answer is perfectly normal, just as naturally as we would say that the year is 2026. But to the police, that answer sounds like a warning sign. They begin to suspect that the young man is either suffering from severe psychological trauma or is involved in some sort of dangerous prank or political stunt. After discussing the situation, they decide not to send him to prison. Instead, they took him to a psychiatrist hospital. At the hospital, Sergei is escorted into a small room where a senior psychologist is waiting for him. The doctor's office is simple, but Sergei studies every object inside with fascination, as though he is looking at a museum from the future. The doctor begins a basic interview in a calm and steady voice. Sergei explains that he was born on 16 June 1932 in Kyiv. He says that he is only 25 years old and that photography is his greatest passion. As the doctor writes down his notes, he asks the most important question of all: "How did you get here?" The answer leaves everyone speechless. Sergei insists that it is still 23rd April 1958. That morning, he had gone out carrying his favorite camera. Suddenly, he noticed something unusual in the sky. A silent object shaped like a giant bell was floating above him. It was not an aeroplane. It was not a weather balloon. It simply hovered there without making a sound. Fascinated, Sergei prepared his twin lenses reflex camera. He looked down through the viewfinder, adjusted the focus, centered the mysterious object, and pressed the shutter button. According to him, the moment he took the photograph, everything changed. For a brief instant, the world went dark. It was as though he had blinked and awakened in a completely different reality. According to Sergei, only a few seconds had passed between taking that photograph in 1958 and suddenly finding himself standing in the middle of a busy street nearly half a century later. The doctor cannot accept the story without evidence, So, to verify his claim, a professional photography expert is called in to examine the camera. The expert places the heavy metal camera on the table. It is an authentic twin-lens reflex model with manual controls, nothing like a modern digital camera. After checking the serial numbers and internal components, the expert confirmed that the camera genuinely belonged to the 1950s. Even the film inside is an old 120 roll film that ordinary people rarely use today. The paper backing is authentic as well. Most surprisingly, the film has not deteriorated with age. The decision is made to develop it immediately. Inside a dark room illuminated by red light, the expert carefully processes the film through developer stop, bath, and fixer chemical. Every step is timed with precision. If the film is blank, the entire story falls apart. If the photographs are genuine, the mystery becomes even deeper. After some time, images begin to appear. The prints show streets, buildings, car, and the people dressed exactly as they would have been during the 1950s. The photograph even shows Sergei standing outside a building wearing the very same cloth he has on now. Then comes into the final image, a blurry, burnt, unmistakable photograph of a flying bell-shaped object. Everyone in the room is stunned. To them, it appears to the very object Sergei claimed to have photographed before being thrown through time. The hospital authorities decide to keep him under observation. He is moved into a secure room with a heavy metal door and a CCTV camera recording every second. If anything unusual happens, it will all be captured on tape. The night passes quietly. The monitor shows Sergei sitting on the bed before eventually lying down to sleep. But the next morning, something impossible happens. When a nurse opens the room for a routine checkup, the bed is empty. The blanket has been pushed aside. Sergei is gone. There is no trace of him anywhere. The staff immediately review the CCTV footage. The recording clearly shows Sergei enters the room. The door remains closed all night. There is no moment where he gets up and walks out. There are no windows, no vent, no hidden exit. Yet somehow, at one point, the bed simply becomes empty, as though a few seconds of reality has been erased. The mystery now becomes a police investigation as well. Then one of the doctor has an idea. Perhaps the answer lies in the photographs. They spread all the pictures across the table and study them one by one. In one image, Sergei is standing beside a young woman in 1950s Kyiv. The police begin searching old records, marriage documents, addresses, and missing persons file. Eventually, they discovered that around 1960, a man named Sergei Ponomarenko had officially been listed as missing. His wife's name was Valentina. She is now over 70 years old, but still alive and living in Kyiv. The investigators visit her home. When the police show her Sergei's picture, she becomes visibly emotional. She opens an old photo album and pulls out a black and white photograph. It shows her and Sergei standing together outside the building in 1958. The image is exactly the same as the one developed from Sergei's camera. Everyone is left speechless. But the most shocking revelation is yet to come. Valentina explains that in 1958, Sergei mysteriously disappeared for several days. She had been preparing to report him missing, but he suddenly returned without any explanation. After that, he was never the same. He often stayed awake late at night, staring out of the window into the darkness. He spoke strangely about the future. Whenever she asked where he had been, he either stayed silent or angrily changed the subject. This strange behavior continued for 2 years. Then in 1960, Sergei left home one day and never came back. He was officially declared missing. So, was Sergei really a time traveler? Did some secret German experiment give him the power to move through time? If the story ended there, it would easily rank among the strongest time travel legend ever told. A young man from 1958 appears in 2006. His camera contains photograph of mysterious UFO. He disappears from a locked hospital room under CCTV surveillance. His wife confirms his existence. A mysterious future photograph appears. Everything sounds so convincing that it almost forces the mind to believe. But this is where the biggest twist of the story begins. Researchers later tried to verify the case by checking police files, hospital records, and news reports from 2006. They found nothing. There were no official record of the incident. Investigators searched Ukraine's newspapers, television archives, and crime database. Again, there was no trace of Sergei Ponomarenko's supposed time travel case. Eventually, online research uncovered an important clue. The entire story and its famous photographs first appeared in 2012 in a Ukrainian television series called Aliens. The show featured dramatized episode about UFOs, alien abduction, and time travel. In one episode, an actor portrayed Sergei. The police scene, the hospital, the wife, and the future photographs were all recreated from television. Most importantly, every episode began with a disclaimer stating that the serial dramatized controversial subject based on rumors, legends, and the theories. Later, only the middle portion of the episode were uploaded to YouTube. Many viewers never saw the disclaimer and assumed the story was real. In short, the entire tale appeared to be an urban legend inspired by a television script rather than an officially documented historical event. If you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. And if you like this video, I highly recommend watching our next episode where we explore the legend of mysterious German time machine itself, its history, where the story originated, and whether there is any truth behind it. It's a fascinating topic. I'll see you in the next episode. Until then, take care and goodbye.